In 1964, something unbelievable happened to a man named Norman Cousins, a man who changed the world not with medicine, but with laughter. This story begins in the tense days of the Cold War. The American president, Lyndon B. Johnson, chose Norman, a brilliant writer who knew both English and Russian, to lead a historic delegation to Moscow. Their mission? To reduce the threat of nuclear war. Everything was going perfectly until the final day. Music shifts, tension rises. Norman left his hotel for a crucial signing ceremony. 20 kilometers to go. The driver arrived on time. They left on time. But the driver took the wrong road. Not just a little wrong, the complete opposite direction. By the time they realized the mistake, chaos had begun. They turned back, but got stuck in massive traffic. Norman reached the hall only to find the entire ceremony was already over. The agreement was canceled, and every face in the room stared at him with anger. The president back home was furious. The delegation suffered for 2 days trying to return because their visas had expired, and Norman, sensitive and responsible, fell into deep stress. Weeks later, his body began to ache. Every muscle, every joint. Doctors ran tests and diagnosed him with ankylosing spondylitis, an autoimmune disease with no cure. The doctor said, 500 patients, get this. Only one survives 10 years. Norman was given 38 painkillers a day, yet the pain did not stop. But Norman was not an ordinary patient. Lying in a hospital bed, he began researching his own illness. He discovered that painkillers destroy vitamin C, the very thing the body needs for healing. He tried to tell the doctors. They replied, "We're the doctors, not you." Hopeless and disappointed, Norman made a choice. A wild choice. A choice that would make medical history. He checked out of the hospital, moved into a hotel room, and stopped all painkillers. There was a TV in the room. Charlie Chaplin movies were playing. Norman turned them on to distract himself from the pain, and something magical happened. Ha ha! He laughed. Really laughed. A deep, unstoppable belly laugh, and the pain faded. He laughed for 10 minutes and felt 2 hours of relief. He repeated it the next day and the next. Every time, the result was the same. Norman had discovered something the world had forgotten. Laughter heals. Laughter strengthens the immune system. Laughter reduces stress. Laughter is medicine. He increased his vitamin C. He laughed every single day, and within weeks he could walk again. His disease began to retreat. Norman documented everything and sent it to the world's top medical journal. To everyone's shock, they published it. It was the first article ever accepted from a non-doctor. From that moment, Norman Cousins became the father of laughter therapy. His method spread everywhere, from hospitals to universities, from parks to films. Group laughter sessions became common. Doctors recommended smiling as treatment. He later became a professor at UCLA, teaching how human behavior affects health. Despite heart disease, cancer, and a past heart attack, Norman lived a long, healthy, joyful life of 75 years. All because he chose to smile, to laugh, and to believe in happiness as medicine. So remember, unnecessary seriousness suffocates the heart. People who laugh fall sick less, and people who frown fall sick more. Give yourself 1 hour of laughter every day. Watch comedy, read jokes, sit with joyful people, because sometimes body doesn't need medicine. It just needs a good laugh.